Hey everybody. I never knew why I needed a rice cooker. I knew how to cook rice, but then I bought a rice cooker and let me tell you, they're amazing. The first 12 things I cooked in the rice cooker, they were absolutely delicious, very low cost, and I don't know why I waited so long. Maybe Gordon Ramsay won't come and visit and have dinner with you. They don't always look so good, but they're delicious. They're super, super simple, very
Oh yeah.
inexpensive. These are the first 12 recipes I made from YouTube channel for rice cooker. And I'll leave a link in the video description for all the videos in case you want to see any specific one. See you out there.
Oop. There we go. Getting close to Christmas time, and we're having another rice cooker lunch. We got meatballs, mushrooms, macaroni, peas and carrots, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, parsley, a few salad olives, sliced, not diced. And did I mention turkey meatballs? I think I did. Oh, and a little bit of hot sauce, sriracha. Looks good. Okay, everybody, this is the fourth cake I've made in the rice cooker. This one is carrot cake with ginger molasses and little tangerines on top. And I follow this recipe. Yeah, carrot cake. 1 cup of flour, quarter cup of, no sugar, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons of puppy, 1 egg, half a cup of milk, a tablespoon of vanilla, some sunflower seeds, some ginger, about 3 or 4 tablespoons of molasses, some shredded carrots. I didn't have any raisins, but I added walnuts, no canola oil. So that's the carrot cake. And I think it's going to be good. These last 4 or 5 days. There we go. Substantial. A nice piece of cake there. No crazy ingredients. I like it. Okay, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody else, got another meal made in the rice cooker. 1 can of diced tomatoes with green pepper, celery, and onions. 1 hamburger patty, frozen. A little handful of peas and carrots. a big handful of mushrooms and some onion powder and some parsley. Turn it on, let it cook on the rice cycle till it's boiling away and the hamburger's done. Also threw in about a quarter cup of water. Then, when getting close to eat, throw in some already cooked macaronis that we made last night. And we got us a nice chunky, delicious little goulash. Oh, and an onion there. I threw in some onion, big chunks. So that's going to be a hearty meal. And going to throw it in this bowl with some cheese. Quick, simple, easy, inexpensive, no fuss, no muss, easy peasy. And I like it. You want to let this sit for a few minutes. It's still piping hot. You want to let it cool off just a little bit. And the meat on the fish is going to firm up just a little bit more. Nothing is burned, but everything that was liquid has condensed. So it's very flavorful. It has a very nice aroma. It's tender, not mushy. There's a little sweetness from the barbecue sauce. It has, the fish has a very nice flavor. It's not bland. It's very moist. The cheese is on top of the spinach and the fish and the shrimp. I should mention that I added a little bit of Italian seasoning on top of the fish and the shrimp. The rice is basmati. I added a little bit of turmeric to give it a yellow color. Man, that makes so much. It's just a half a cup. That's incredible. It's amazing. Yeah. One of my favorite YouTubers is always saying, "That's amazing." I can't tell you who it is. Man, that looks good. That looks very good. Man, oh man. This whiting here, sometimes it has little pin bones, and it was frozen. I didn't check. I should have checked harder before I put it in here. I hate having pin bones. Can we put this in here on the plate without the cheese? I want it on top. There we go. Hold together. Hold together. I have faith in you. Okay. There you go. My neighbor's saying, "What is he doing? Talking to himself?" Yes. Yes, I am. Man, that smells good. I don't know how this looks on camera, but it looks delicious. Have a little shrimp. Very moist. There isn't any salt in this rice. This is the basmati rice. It makes a nice rice. Let's try that herring. The herring is very mild. It's firm, kind of flaky. It's not mushy. It cooked very well. I'm surprised. Okay, it's cooled off a little bit. Let's see what it tastes like. I don't have any frosting. It has sort of a texture like a banana cake. Very, very moist. Not dry at all. It's not gummy. You can taste or feel the poppy seeds. You're going to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm getting an aftertaste of lemon, but it's not a good lemon. It's more like a chemical lemon. I'm not liking it. The cake tastes good, but there's an aftertaste. I think it came from, in fact, I'm 100% positive it came from the lemon extract. Maybe I used too much, but it just, I'm not enjoying the flavor from that lemon extract. But here's the thing, the texture is, this is what I would want for a cake. It's very, very moist. It's tender, fluffy. It says to add some zest from the lemon. I don't have a regular lemon, so I can't make any zest. But what I do have is some McCormick's, which is the best brand, I think, with a lemon extract. How much? A quarter teaspoon. And a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I used to always buy the natural, real extract, but I did some research and there's really not much difference. This is so thick I didn't need to add sausage. I was thinking we'd need it for the flavors, but this really thickened up. My goodness. You know, I was going to add some little soup crackers, but I don't think I will now. That's thick enough. Mucho thico. Yeah, I have some cheese I could throw in there, but I think I'm just going to see what it tastes like on its own. That's not bad. Try the lentils all by themselves. This is good. There was no bouillon added to it. Just two little small pork sausages. Try that carrot. Oh, try the celery. This is a very hearty meal. I could see having this with some rice on the side, which I may do. So yeah, I think this is an extraordinarily inexpensive meal. Look how many servings we have. And it was 1/2 of a cup. So yeah, I'm going to make this again. I didn't add any salt. It could use a little salt, but not too much. Actually, it's pretty good by itself. I don't know if that wine helped at all, but I don't think it hurt the amount we used. It's good to have like a little bit of a vinegar from the wine. Okay, guys, that's a win. We got a win, another win for the rice cooker. Hope this was helpful. Take care. Check out my other videos on the rice cooker. I'm making a series of these. It looks like, because I have to eat every day. And I have to make videos because I'm addicted. 1,800, 1,700 videos, something like that. Over 18 years, once a week. Looks like this week it's every day. All right, I got to eat more and talk less. All right, guys, take care. See you out there. And then it's going to condense along with the fat from the chicken. It's going to be absolutely delicious, slow cooked chicken with white wine in the rice cooker. When it finishes, we'll plate it up and see what it looks like. Okay, everybody, it's been an hour or so. It beeped 5 times. It should be ready. Let's see what we got here. The cabbage, I'm pretty sure, is done, like always. Oh, these potatoes are fine. I was concerned because I'd never made potatoes in the steamer, and it works out good. But now let's see what the chicken looks like. The chicken is cooked. I can cut it apart with this plastic spoon, but it's not mushy. It's not overcooked. A lot of nice juice down there at the bottom. We'll take one of these out. It has a nice aroma. Put some of the cabbage on one side. Actually, let's put the potatoes around the chicken. It was one large russet potato, and it was coated with parsley and Italian seasoning. You can't see the chicken. It's all blending in. It's disappearing like camouflage. This won't be good for the YouTube video. Oh no. Who cares? Screw the YouTube video. We're going to just have lunch. This ain't about YouTube. This is about, let's have some rice cooker, chicken and wine with potatoes and cabbage. And let's get some of that juice. And nice and flavorful. I'm going to make these pork and beans as tasty as it is possible on here on planet Earth. Let's go ahead and add 4 sausages and any rest ingredients.
Bill Randall, 650 Dorothy S. Ma'am, the Axelwide and Peppermint Endurance Company in Bashful Johnny C., home of the grand old conglomeration, Fanny Hill University, and the bathtub of the South. It's 7:30.
Okay, I had beans, and then we got a tortilla going here with cheese and that steamed cabbage, the sausage, a little bit of beans, and this is going to be our lunch. Can I do this one-handed? You know what, this would really taste even better if I put it in the rice cooker and steamed it. But see what it tastes like. Nice flavor. It needs to be warmed up. Yeah, put this in a steamer. That would be wild. Okay, guys. Very inexpensive lunch. I think it's going to be a good one.